Hi everyone. Lisa Benitz here. I'm in East Village, New York with Ashley, who literally we ran into each other yesterday. And I just said, hey, she was with another friend. I said, would any of you like to have a space reading? I'm in New York, and I knew that I was going to do this. I just didn't know how it was going to show up. And literally, boom, she was excited. So excited, yeah. And I'm thrilled because I always know, and for those of you that have been following me, you know that it's never about the person, although the person's really lovely. It's always about the space calling me to do a reading. And funnily enough, the moment I walked into the building, Ashley said there's a light that's been out and she's got it on her list. And she says, oh my God, the light came on. It happens.
It's been off for 4 years and I haven't been able to figure it out. And last night, because I have the resident manager that you've met.
Yes.
Coming to do a couple of things and help me out. And last night I wrote it on the piece of paper because I was like, there's got to be a reason that this light won't work, and it's been 4 years. And literally you came through the elevator and I opened the door and I was like, how is this light on? How is this light on?
This is the beauty of energy, my friends. Places in the world, it doesn't matter where you are, and I know everybody's experienced this, where you travel and you have this draw to go to a certain country, go to a certain city, or the plane gets redirected to go to a different city, and it's never a mistake. There's always a reason, and sometimes people get really angry and frustrated, and I'm not supposed to be here, or I'm delayed. You're supposed to be where you're supposed to be, because energetically the vibration is energetically pulling us to where we're supposed to be. So I was pulled energetically to come here. This is an example of a space reading live. Any of you whose countries or cities I'm not flying to currently, I can do this. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, I can still do this. And stay tuned because I'll be doing some live ones through YouTube. You'll just have to apply. And through each of these, you're going to glean some really cool ideas and tips. Every space has an energy, every space has a message. And I specifically said, Ashley, she said, well, what do I do? And I said, please do not clean your home, meaning don't tidy it up, because I need to see how you actually live in your space.
Thankfully, she didn't give me enough time to do so.
Yeah.
Because I am an organizer.
Yeah.
And so had you have given me till tomorrow, I would have, I had it on my list to do my hall closet.
Yeah.
And so now you just get to see what you see.
Yeah, see what we see. And, we all have dirty little secrets. Those spaces, the drawer, the cupboard, under the bed, we all have places where we think we can hide things, but our spaces will always give us messages. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to basically have Ashley write down, and I'm going to give her a minute here, to write down what it is you're desiring to create in your life going forward. Okay, so that is, and you can just write down these top things.
So just in life.
In life.
In general.
Yep. And I'm going to give you some top key things. So
okay.
Relationships. And relationships can be, my friends, intimate and business. You're going to talk about money. You're going to talk about career, health. So basically, all the key elements of our lives, we want to know what it is that we desire. Just write out
bullet points or
whatever flows for you. And I'll tell you the power is Ashley's writing here, and I'm going to get her to just focus on what it is that's important to her. There is power, my friends, and I've talked about this before. When we write out and it can be point form, bullet, oh, it could be pages and pages, whatever flows for us. I don't want you to overthink it. It's just like what comes up for you around, and it could be different countries and different places to travel to as well. When we write this out for ourselves, that's when it's like going to a restaurant and placing an order for food. Okay, you know how sometimes you order food and the waiter comes along and he brings you not what you ordered, but something completely different, and you're like, but I didn't order that. And oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. And then you go, you know what? It's okay. I'm going to have it. And you taste it and you go, oh, actually, that's incredible. I never anticipated that. This is what happens when we put our intent, we write things out, we have a vision, but it's not actually always the way that we anticipate it's going to be. And it always turns out better. So this is a word I use in the positive. Everything always works out for us better than we ever imagined.